Have you ever noticed something strange? Most men can tell you exactly where they failed, exactly where they screwed up, exactly where they should have done better. But ask the same man what he's proud of, and suddenly he needs time to think. I've noticed this in conversations with men for years. Ask a guy about mistakes and he'll give you a list. The relationship, the job he should have taken, the business that didn't work out, the opportunities he's missed, the argument that he regrets, the moment he let someone down. It's almost like we carry permanent record of every mistake we've ever made. And the strange thing is, a lot of those things happened many years ago, sometimes decades ago, yet they still sitting in our heads like it was yesterday. Have you ever lied in bed at night, suddenly remembered something stupid you said like 10 years ago? Of course you have. Most men have. What's funny is nobody remembers it. Nobody. They're all busy worrying about their own mistakes, but for some bizarre reason, we keep replying to ours in our head. And after a while, something dangerous starts happening. We stop seeing ourselves as who we are, and we start to see ourselves as a collection of like failures over time. Not our wins, not our growth, not the things we've overcome, just mistakes. I think that one of the reasons men struggle quietly is because they don't give themselves credit for anything anymore. A lot of men have survived things that would have broken other people. They've kept going when they wanted to quit. They showed up to their families. They paid their bills when money was real tight. They carried responsibility that nobody else wanted. But none of that seems to count. Instead, they focus on one thing they got wrong. It's like scoring 99 out of 100 and spending the rest of your life worrying about the 1% you got wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying for a minute ignore your mistakes. Mistakes teach us lessons. Regret can be useful at times, and accountability definitely matters. But there comes a point in life when you're not learning from a mistake anymore. You're just carrying it around with you like empty baggage. And those two are very different things. I've learned something over the years. The man you keep judging yourself for being might not even exist anymore. Think about that for a minute. The person who made the mistake, the person who didn't know better, the person who handled things badly, that person may be long gone away, but you're still handing him control of your steering wheel. You're still letting an old version of yourself decide how you feel today. And that doesn't make much sense when you really think about it. Imagine meeting somebody for the first time and judging them entirely on who they were 10 years ago. You wouldn't do it. So why would you do it to yourself? Maybe you're struggling to see progress because there isn't any. There hasn't been any. Maybe you became so focused on your failures that you stopped noticing your wins. And maybe those wins aren't huge. Maybe those wins didn't give you a trophy. Maybe nobody applauded. Maybe nobody even noticed you. But they're still wins. Maybe you became a better father. Maybe you became a better husband. Maybe you learned how to control your temper. Maybe you just got through a difficult year and just kept going. Maybe you survived something that almost took you out. And those things matter more than men realize. So here's something I'd like you to do tonight. Before you go to sleep tonight, think of 3 things you've done right in the last year. Just 3. Not things you wish you'd done, not things you should have done, things you actually have done right. A lot of men will find that harder than they expected, trust me. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe you spent so much time remembering your failures that you forgot to acknowledge your victories. And if you're not alone, but it might be time to start giving yourself that credit where credit's due. And just a quick reminder, my other channel, The Mess Deck podcast, The Chat Shit Show, Where Anything Goes, is on my other channel. So stay strong, stay humble, and God bless, and have a blessed day, guys.
Mess Deck Podcast, like the chat shit show where anything goes.